Hi everyone, welcome back. This is video 3 in our student finance mini series, 3 of 5. So well done for getting this far. In this video, we're going to talk about additional non-refundable funding. If you've missed video 1 and 2, shame on you, but there is still time. Pause this video, go back to those two, because what we'll talk about in this session will build on what we've talked about in the past 2 sessions. So like I said during session 1, there are actually quite a few little pots of money dotted around here, there, and everywhere, and it's a shame when I come into contact with a student who would be eligible for money, an additional form of financial support, but maybe they didn't apply in time because they didn't know that it was available. So let's hope by talking about it here, it can be put on your radar. So additional forms of financial support. Usually when I talk about this, people sometimes ask me about the maintenance grant. Liam, when you attended, was the maintenance grant still a thing? Can you remember?
No, I think it's just finished the year before when I was going.
And you joined which year?
I think it would have been 2017.
That sounds about right, yeah.
I think it's the year after.
Yeah, so unfortunately the maintenance grant doesn't exist anymore. It's a bit unfortunate. Liam, who's that lady?
Theresa May.
There we go. Good one. Whatever you think of the government in general, remember my disclaimer right at the beginning about this is just saying how the system works. Theresa May actually said, in my view is clear, removing the maintenance grants from the least well-off students has not worked, and I believe it's time to bring them back. Us in education, we thought, yes, fantastic, the maintenance grants are coming back. Have they? No. So unfortunately, they haven't come back. Whether they will in the future, I don't know, but I can only give you the information that is valid today. So before I talk about what additional support is available, it's always worth mentioning that every university, whether it's Kingston, whether it's another university, or a college, in fact, who provide higher education courses, will have some form of student advice or student life centre. It might be called different things, but there are money advisors who are there to help you if you find yourself in financial difficulty. There are also specific university bursaries and scholarships. Again, I'm not going to go into the detail of, it's not within the realms of possibility for me what university offers what bursary and how much and how many and what the eligibility will be for. But just to give you a flavour, Kingston University will be offering a minimum of 400 bursaries of £2,000 each for the academic year 21-22. And for more details, you can check out that link there. Again, I've said it in previous videos. I know that you can't click on that hyperlink in this format, but feel free to make a note of that URL and you can have a look. As you do your university research, just have this in the back of your mind. Is this university offering additional support, financial support via a bursary or a scholarship? Make it part of your university research. This is what we're going to talk about now is not linked to a specific university. This is actually additional financial support via the Student Loans Company. So the Student Loans Company is the umbrella term, and then you have Student Finance England, which is responsible for basically English students. So I imagine most people watching this video, you will be applying to Student Finance England, who are part of the Student Loans Company. Hopefully that makes sense. So there are 4 main forms of additional support. There's a childcare grant, which helps towards learning related costs if you have dependent children. Parents Learning Allowance, which helps your weekly childcare costs up to 85%. Adult Dependent Grant helps if you are financially responsible for another adult, whether that's your partner or just another adult. And then the Disabled Students Allowance, which is often referred to as the DSA, which is a contribution towards the essential extra cost you might have as a direct result of a disability. And that can be a physical disability or a learning difference as well. So that includes things like dyslexia, dyspraxia, and that sort of thing. And just as a heads up, anything that is labelled a bursary, a scholarship, a grant, an allowance, generally speaking, that is money that you do not have to pay back. So if you're eligible, you receive it, and then you do not pay it back. And for full details on these 4 aspects that we're talking about here, please visit that government website there, and it has all of the information about who's eligible and how you actually go about applying. I also want to touch on very quickly the NHS Learning Support Fund. Now, admittedly, there's quite a lot of information here, but I'll read through it one by one. This started from September 2020, so it's still relatively new, and it relates to new and continuing degree level nursing, midwifery, and many allied health students, including paramedic science, but not pharmacy. That's a question that I get asked quite often. Will benefit from additional support through the Learning Support Fund. It's a payment of £5,000 to eligible students each academic year. That's going to be referred to as the training grant. And then there's some other pots of money, additional payments of up to £2,000 per academic year to help cover childcare costs. That's called the parental support. Further £1,000 for subjects in specific or specialised disciplines or regions struggling to recruit. And they've got the respective titles there. That's a lot of information on one slide. Like I said, this is money that you don't have to pay back if you are eligible for it. And for more details, simply Google NHS Learning Support Fund or type in that URL there and read it to your heart's content. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about nursing, midwifery, a lot of the healthcare courses, please have this on your radar. Okay, so that's the end of this video. I look forward to joining you in video number 4, I believe it is.